Our next skater represents Romania. Andreea Cristiana Maria LAZAR.
And Andreea, born in Bucharest, hometown of Bucharest, but relocated to the French Alps to train with Laurent Amodio. She wearing a costume befitting of the music she will use, Don Quixote, the track. And we will see now the first triple jump attempts in the women's free skate as she intends to open with triple loop. Andreea Cristiana Maria LAZAR skates to the Don Quixote track, and the performance level of Andreea just brilliant. She smiled from start to end, and that final closing upright variation and the change foot combo spin was wonderful. Such extension.
Yeah, she has the presence on ice like a senior in a way, you know, the way she holds herself. And of course, with the technical, she's still working very much on the early stages of triple jumps. As we take a look at the triple salchow to start, and that was an under rotation and a fall. Here's the double axel, and that it's under rotation in the system, but she stands up on it nicely. And here is the second double axel. Watch the landing. I can see that foot turn on the ice, and that is an under rotation as well. Watch this.
Yeah,
this is cool. Here, and then extends it right there.
Oh, the rotation in the hip. She's got Barbie hips.
Amazing.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, Don Quixote is such a powerful piece of music. And although Andreea is still early developmentally and needs to work so much in many aspects of the sport, I feel it was a good choice for the skaters. We see that wonderful upright variation.
No, it gives you a feeling. You know, she looks great on the ice, and she's got beautiful posture and all of that, and she feels good, right? So the weakness, of course, is still the technical, but the rest of it, you know, really well done.
Coaches Florent Amodio and Dmitry Inyatenko. And then all those that come from the Amodio Academy. So increasingly renowned for their presentation capabilities alongside the great choreography. She pulls her sleeves up, waiting to see what the judges think. And for Andreea, she's in her first junior event ever. This is not just her first junior Grand Prix, not just her first international junior event. This is her first junior competition. So this is a monumentous occasion for her learning.
And she anxiously waits for the scores. I don't have a personal season's best yet from her. This will be it. And you can see she's still smiling and talking about her experience.
And as is often the case in the earlier stages of the event, when the skaters are still more under construction for their technique and their landings, the technical panel having to work a little bit more rigorously to make their way through the 11 elements. And then once that is complete, judges get the chance to input finally on their scores as well. They have to wait to see the assessment of the technical panel on the rotation of the jumps before they can submit their grades of execution and program component scores.
And that's what takes a little bit longer, of course. Early on in the competition, skaters are more likely to under-rotate or, you know, miss a position in a spin. So the technical panel has more work to do early on. Of course, later in the final groups, it moves along a lot quicker, generally speaking. We still don't have even one of the judges on. They're all coming in.
I just saw there were 2 sequences, so only one sequence is live. So that's one.
I cut the replays nice and short just to make sure we weren't holding up the competition. Here we go. The free program score for Andreea, 57.40. That is first in the free program. Total competition score 89.06 as she very early on takes the lead.
She's currently in first place.